Now, as far as when it comes to that very particular date when India won the World Cup, that was going to be etched in the nation's collective memory as a day that unified each and every one of us in unbridled joy and celebrations that rang out in every corner of the country when Team India lifted that T20 World Cup trophy and ended a long wait. The heroes who came back home to an unbelievable welcome, with the BCCI also announcing a prize money of 125 crores. The Maharashtra government on its own announced 11 crore reward to Team India. But right in the middle of the celebrations and cheers, there is no end to the politics, however, that is taking place. On one side, there is a Congress leader and the leader of opposition in Maharashtra Assembly, Vijay Wadettiwar, who asked that what's the need of giving 11 crore rupees as a cash reward to a team which has already gotten such a big prize money. He then went ahead to draw a link with the upcoming Maharashtra election, saying that the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is emptying the state's coffers so that his government gets a pat on the back.
हिंदुस्तान की स्पोर्ट्स स्पिरिट बहुत अच्छी है। खेल के प्रति एक अच्छा लोगों में उत्साह है। कल आपने मुंबई में परसों के दिन देखा कि करीबन 8-10 लाख लोग मुंबई पर रास्ते पर स्वागत के लिए उतरे। उनके भावनाओं का कदर करते हुए सीएम ने घोषित की होगी, पर अब उनका ऐसा है, चुनाव के पहले ये सब कुछ करके तिजोरी खाली तो कर दो, पर वो देश के लिए खेलते हैं, पैसे के लिए खेलते नहीं है, तो पैसा क्यों दे रहे? जो देश के लिए खेलता है करके बोलते हैं, तो पैसों के लिए नहीं खेलते हैं, तो उनको देने की जरूरत क्या थी?
Well, as far as if his statement is concerned, and if we go by that, as far as saying that why the Indian team is being rewarded with such a cash prize from one particular state, when the BCCI has already announced a handsome cash prize, the money that is now been as given as a reward to the Team India, because this is something that in history, for after a very long time, that India has won a trophy, and such a grand sailing that was done when it comes to their welcome when they returned, whether be it to New Delhi, the meeting with the Prime Minister that happened, that of course was something that also garnered a lot of questions and criticism. But it seems when it comes to Team India in particular, because right now one part of the Indian team, the men in blue, who are currently in Harare, and they have been playing against Zimbabwe, it doesn't end there yet, because the Indian cricket team unfortunately lost to Zimbabwe in the first T20 of the 5-match series, and none of the India's World Cup winners were in action, and the young brigade was led by Shubman Gill, who however unfortunately couldn't live up to the expectations of the people and the fans. But in the meantime, while winning and losing, that is a part of the game, there is a Congress MP, Shashi Tharoor, who is now weighed in when it comes to brutal criticism that the same men in blue, Sagarika, if they win, they are lauded, they are praised, but if they lose, they are criticized.
Yeah, so there are 3 posts by Shashi Tharoor where he's commenting on yesterday's match. Now, Shashi Tharoor goes on to criticize the BCCI, but at the same time, there are some comments that he makes against the Indian team, which the Bharatiya Janata Party has labeled as a celebration of India's defeat. Now, what did he go on to say? I'll take you through 3 of his posts one by one. In the first post, he says, so even while the echoes of wild celebrations at Mumbai for India's T20 World Cup win have not died down, we have been beaten by Zimbabwe in Harare. It's just what the BCCI deserve for taking things for granted. Whether on June 4th or on July 6th, the arrogance has been brought down a notch. So there, a direct link to politics, because he talks about the results of Indian elections of June 4th. So he says whether on June 4th or July 6th, arrogance has been brought down a notch. Then he goes on to say, well played Zimbabwe. Now that was post number 1 on social media platform X. After that, he retweets another Twitter user who goes on to comment, put out a video of the conversation between Virat Kohli and Prime Minister Narendra Modi after the team came back to India. The Twitter user says, when arrogance rises, the game slips away from you. Virat Kohli in front of Prime Minister Modi. And the Twitter user then says, was this a veiled jibe at PM Modi? That is a post that was reposted by Shashi Tharoor. Now let's come back to the other commentary. The other commentary that has again invited criticism from the BJP is this.
Sagarika, apologies. I'm getting a reaction coming in from from the BJP, Shehzad Poonawalla, has been patiently waiting on the line. Shehzad, what do you make of this? Because we've been tracking both sides. Celebrations for Indian team when they win the match, but when they lose, they are criticized and questioned.
You see, those who are hating BJP or Modi, in their hatred for BJP and Modi, they started hating India's victories. Imagine that when India was winning the match with South Africa, at that time also a lot of people from Congress ecosystem were praying that India loses. And now when we have lost a match against Zimbabwe, that's not the main team of India. It's almost like a A team or a B team that's playing. We've lost the match, that's all right. But then to celebrate it, and for Vijay Wadettiwar, who's the leader of opposition in Congress party in Maharashtra, he's saying, why has the Maharashtra government given a reward to the players? This shows the mindset of Congress, that they are in their hatred for Modi, they start hating India.